Housewives of Beverly Hills Aftershow.
I did get called by an attorney about one of the lawsuits that you're involved with.
When I got the letter, I was very upset. That's why the liability thing is hitting me real hard.
She alluded that it was a lot bigger deal. She was sent an email.
I told you to be quiet.
No, you didn't.
Do not talk about this. The more all of you talk about this, the more people who are on the peripheral will come to you. But is that to make Erica look bad, or is that out of genuine
Erica,
concern?
I don't have to make you look bad. You can do that on your own.
I can't breathe without someone criticizing what I do right now.
I think that it was retaliation for how she treated Jax.
You really were concerned.
Yeah.
I was,
When your life blows up and burns down in front of you and everything is out the window, I literally was like, it. I've apologized to people that I need to apologize, whether they accept those apologies or not, that's on them, and moving on.
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Aftershow starts now.
Sutton drops kind of a big bombshell at Dorit's charity dinner.
I did get called by an attorney about Tom and Erica's one of the lawsuits that you're involved with.
Well, Sutton had shared this with me a while before. I didn't think she was ever going to mention it, so when she dropped that bomb, I was like, oh God, no.
I told you to be quiet.
No, you didn't.
Please, where's the nearest exit?
You know what bothers me is that she alluded that it was a lot bigger deal. She was sent an email. Nothing was official. It was kind of like, hey, do you want to speak up? Because they had seen her being very vocal.
One of the partners at his law firm left because his wife told the partner, honey, something's off.
Stop it.
I can't make this up.
There was not anything that she didn't have to get a lawyer for it. I mean,
She told us she hired a lawyer.
Is that like a subpoena, a deposition?
It wasn't a subpoena yet because I hired a litigator to answer questions.
Well, all I know is in order to kind of make a dig, she made something look like it was a much bigger deal. And I know it wasn't. And that bothers me.
How do you think I feel?
Well, I know.
Like, I'm ready to...
I know. And rightfully so.
This is that I don't like. Don't do that. This is my life we're talking about. I'm facing real problems.
But why do you think she brought it up to begin with?
Well, what do you think? Come on.
She
Why
brought
don't
it
you
up-
tell it? You know
listen.
what? Why don't you tell it? I'm tired of
Much
advocating
like-
for myself and getting kicked out of me. You know what the truth is? She did it because she wanted to, okay? That's the truth, all right? Let's be honest.
Okay, first of all, I got the letter like the day before we left for Mexico. And then when I got the letter, my attorney said to me, do not bring this up. Let me figure all of this stuff out. And I was very upset. And that's why the liability thing, as a friend, was hitting me real hard.
So why am I a liability as a friend?
Because she always has to clean up for you.
I'm the liability. Don't think so. So I had been sitting on this, and I had finally gotten word from my attorney. Everything had been settled. So I knew that I could bring it up. So when we were all sitting around after Melissa's performance, somebody said, is there anything else that we need to share with the group? And I said, yep, I've got something that I want to talk about.
I don't know who contacted her. I don't know anything other than what was said at Dorit's fundraiser. I do know this, and I said this from the very beginning. Do not talk about this. The more all of you talk about this, the more people who are on the peripheral will come to you. And here's the other thing. Sutton did not know anything, and if you want to go back to the reunion.
Sutton, you said that one of Tom's former partners left the firm because of shady business practices.
That was a rumor that I had heard.
You can see me say, well, if you know something, you need to tell me. She didn't.
Here's the thing. You know, Erica's saying if Sutton hadn't said anything and kept her mouth shut, she would never have gotten herself involved in this whole thing. All of us here have known Erica longer, and yet none of us were contacted by any lawyers. So I'm thinking, I think Erica's probably right. Maybe she was alluding to the fact that she knew more than she did or something last year, and that's why they're reaching out to her, because none of us have been contacted. It makes no sense.
After Sutton tells Erica she's been contacted by a lawyer,
I did get called by an attorney.
the conversation shifts to Diana and Garcelle.
Well, first of all, this is what happens when an argument happens in this group. They're contagious.
Can I just say something? I feel like out of all the women here, you're the most guarded one.
What do you want to know, Diana?
I really, really like you, but I feel like for your friendship, I had to work extra hard, and I got nowhere.
When Diana says that she feels like she can't really get close to you, what are you thinking?
Okay. I mean, it's silly. I mean, if Diana was kinder to Sutton, then we could have been friends. But the way she's acted up until now.
Here she goes with the clumsy words again. You are the fakest person I've ever met in my life, literally. By the way, also, you're boring.
I am loyal to the end.
So you say. Why would I be friends with her if she's treating my friend this way? It's just a matter of time before it comes around to me. So I'm okay with that. It's kind of weird.
Well, it shows you who she is
Yes.
as a person.
Yeah.
It's funny, I said that to Garcelle last year. Because she's so close with Sutton, it creates a barrier to get to know Garcelle. And I think that's what Diana's actually referring to. So I remember feeling exactly the same way. I said it to her and she was like, really? Like, it didn't occur to her, but I'm like, that's what happens.
Garcelle and Sutton are closer, and then Sutton and Diana weren't getting along in Mexico.
I am a very good person.
You told us that already, and we know
I'm going to
that.
say it again.
How's that helping
I'm going
you,
to
Naima?
say it again.
This is all just still holding on to all of this stuff. I mean, it sounds juvenile, but hey, they can be very juvenile in this group. We can be.
Kyle, some congratulations are in order for your daughter, Farrah. Are you excited about her upcoming wedding?
I mean, my husband and I are so annoying. Farrah just got engaged, but we're already excited and want to get the ball rolling.
So you guys, what are you thinking time-wise for the wedding?
I was hoping for maybe sometime in the fall.
Getting married in the desert in La Quinta would be gorgeous.
We're being a little, probably too pushy, asking, where do you want to do it? When do you want to do it? And we haven't even let them digest the fact that they're actually engaged and getting married. But we're excited. We've been waiting for this day for a long time.
She has a great boyfriend. Yeah, he's so smart, cute, ambitious. I want Farrah to get married while I'm young and I can be a young grandmother.
It may be new to them, but I've already been planning this in my head, and I need to get, I need to get the party started here.
Speaking about getting the party started, are you ready at some point to be a grandmother?
I mean, the amount of times I talk about this baby that isn't even here yet, my husband and I talk about, well, when the baby this, the baby that. There's not even a baby. There's no baby, to be clear. Farrah's not pregnant. She's not even married yet. But my husband and I are planning ahead because it affects our lives too. Just saying. We're like, when we go on vacation, we're going to need more space now. Where will the baby sleep? I mean, I don't know who's having a baby first, but eventually one of my daughters is going to have a baby and we're going to need more space. So those are just facts, and we just want to be organized.